time I can remember walking, I was fishing with my grandpa and my dad, fished Little PD, Lumber River, freshwater fishing, and had an uncle that moved down to Merle's Inlet, had a beach house, and I fished down there with him some. And back in the 69 and 70, I got hooked on the salt water up here from bass fishing in the Cooper, and been fishing ever since. Try to average 100 days a year. Don't always make it, but try.
Even I just kind of hit it off. He's the smartest man I ever met, and I'm the luckiest fisherman I know. So it was a good combination that we started working on our tackle together. That's kind of how we got started.
The origin of the trout eye jig, I'll never forget it. Ralph and I were out fishing the Wando River one day, and he said, I've always, I like this jig we're fishing because it has an eye on it, but I've always wanted a jig with a big eye on it. And I was like, let's try to make one.
Big eye, large eye was an idea I had from years of offshore fishing. A friend of mine, Charlie Winter, who was a DNR, we talked about it several. And if you look back at some of the older offshore lures, you got Hawaiian eye, you got big eye, you got sea stripe. You had a lot of big eye plugs out there, and that was to draw attention to the bait. And then I paid attention to that. And if you go into rivers and the creeks now, when the minnows come out and the hatchlings come out, and first thing you see is the eye. I mean, that's the eye, and I think that's what attracts predator fish to that bait, is to see the eye.
And we talked about design and just trying to make a head that was pretty much predominantly nothing but a big eye, with a little bit of a nose on it. And I think at first we kind of set out to make it for ourselves. We made the perfect Charleston jig. It's a 3/16 ounce, big eye. We had one eye color, and one with a 3D eye that we would glue onto it. And we designed it from scratch to be perfect for Z-Man, because that's what we like to fish. And so out of that resulted this right here, which is the initial first trout eye 3/16 hand mold. You can just make 6 at a time. And now it's kind of a museum piece, I think, because we started out literally, and not kidding, I poured this on my back porch. And we had no idea if it would work, if the jig would flop on its side, or if it would even be any better than anything else. And we went out, and in a matter of hours, I think we caught 7 species of fish, like a super grand slam, including, it was quality fish. We had a 26, 27-inch redfish, nice flounder, a bunch of trout. I think we knew we were onto something when we had a day like that. It was pretty incredible. Tackle shops started buying them, and eventually Daniel Nussbaum and Z-Man started using them. Asked eventually if we might be able to include it in their product line.
Well, I've gone to my go-to bait. The only thing missing is a breakfast cigar. Put it out there, let it get on the bottom, and just do a little, I call it a 10 to 11. Just, it was kind of nicknamed that little twitch, a little like that, bouncing off the bottom, so you get a little bounce action on it. Missed him. He snaked me.
You've always heard, don't look them in the eye. Predators strike the eye, and that's kind of how it got started. And Dave's engineering skills and fish cooperating, here we are.
Hung up again. You know anybody in the jig business?